Hi, Tucanxan here, and welcome back to my art channel. So today we are working on day 22 of 30 of my 30-day challenge, and I hope you like the short story series that we just finished up with yesterday or the day before. This is the piece we are working on today, and I'm pretty sure that I kind of want to start moving away from the ink washes. It's been super fun, but I do still need more practice with it. Obviously, as you can tell, like this piece, it turned out really cool. Like, I'm happy with it, but there were totally quite a few moments in here where I was like, this is not going the way that I wanted to. And I think next time what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the clouds like I originally wanted them to, which is very kind of bulbous and round instead of more flat and streamlined. And I definitely think that this is going to be a piece that I'm going to revisit and try and do it again sometime. But for now, I kind of want to move on. I want to do something else, but I don't really have anything in mind that I really want to work on right now. So I am asking you, the viewers, if you have anything that you want to see me do. So if there's a specific theme that you want to see, or if there is characters that you want to see me draw or something like that, please feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm totally open to putting that kind of stuff up because we are coming to the end of the 30-day challenge. It's day 22 over here. So again, we're working with the Talons drawing ink, and I drew this super late at night, like a few days ago, again to kind of make the process quicker for me, and it turned out really good. Like, the painting portion of this really only took like about 2 hours, and that I got to enjoy my Sunday, so that was really nice. And I knew I wanted the darker clouds in the back, so this is kind of a slow process. You'll see I'm slowly building up wash by wash, and I really wanted to take advantage of what ink does. If you saw in the last video, when you have the page super wet and you put down the ink, it creates like this cool branching out effect. Unfortunately, I couldn't quite get the ink to do that this time. I think maybe just the paper wasn't wet enough and I was too timid. But whatever, it's cool. I think hopefully by the end of the video you guys will see what I did. It's totally weird and right up my alley, and I can't say that there's any specific reason why I did this piece the way I did. It's just an image that I actually thought about a super long time ago, like before I started doing the ink wash, when I was still doing the pastel thing. I say it's a super long time ago. What was that, like 2 weeks ago maybe? It feels like a long time ago. And I saw the image in my head. I was like, you know, that might actually be really cool and it'd be perfect use of the ink washes. But it didn't quite work out the way that I wanted to. But I am happy with the end result, and you're about to see in a second here that I am not above anything as far as painting. I know generally with watercolor paper and stuff like that, you should not get your fingerprints on the paper because it will potentially affect the way the washes go down, but that it like pooled up in that little section there, so I just kind of spread it out with my finger instead of the paper towel that's literally right next to me in view. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I think I panicked maybe. So I did use liquid Frisket on this to mask out the character. And this is my first time using it. And it's so much fun. Do you know when you get like Elmer's glue on your hand? And you start pulling it up and it like pools in one long sheet and you can see your fingerprint? Super cool. But the only thing is that does kind of happen with the painting or the pencil drawing. It kind of pulls up a lot of the detail in the line drawing of the pencil. So not enough to the point where it bothered me, but I definitely think that's something that you all should know about if you decide to try and use it. It's probably better to do the line work before and then put the liquid latex Frisket on, because you want to make sure, I don't know, but at the same time it might pull up the ink too. So if anyone has experience with that, let me know. And here we're just kind of doing the line work now. I am not using a 0 round brush. I am using, I think, like a 0 round brush or a 0 round brush. That was a tongue twister, because this girl, she ended up being pretty small in comparison to the rest of the piece. And with this piece, I wanted to do a little bit more detail in the hair. I like minimalistic hair, but I also really like kind of that 70s vibe of like showing random hair strands, and it's all kind of, I don't know even how to explain it, kind of like a liquidy, streaky, that's not right, none of that's right, just ignore that. I like this kind of hair, and I've seen other artists do it, and I think I'm going to play around with it some more for the next few days, because one thing that I really don't do much these days is put a lot of detail into the hair, and that's something I wanted to work on. And this wasn't the plan for this piece originally, but once I started doing the line work for her face, I realized that it was a very thick line that I was putting down, and again, my hands were like super shaky, so I couldn't really get like thin, precise lines that I was looking for. So I was like, whatever, I'll just roll with it. It's going to be super bold and graphic. That's cool. You just gotta sometimes work with what you got. And I like it. I think it turned out really bold and super cool. And right now you can see this blue that I'm putting down. I did not use that many colors for this. I used the Dr. P.H. Martin's Radiant Concentrated Watercolor, and that was in the blue color. I'll have it in the description because I forgot to bring it out to read the name for you guys. But these concentrated watercolors are so awesome. They're small bottles and they go for like $7 a piece. But if you are one of those people that doesn't like the fact that watercolor doesn't really dry as vibrant as you put it down, these concentrated watercolors will totally take care of that problem. Like, what you see on the screen right now is exactly what you're getting. Like, that's how bright it came out. I didn't have to adjust the color hardly at all for this video. I brought up the brightness like a little bit because my lighting setup just kind of makes the images a little too dark, and that's about it. And again, for her cheeks and her lips, I used the Persimmon Radiant Watercolor. So now I actually, this time, instead of using the Sakura Jelly Roll, which I did end up using for a couple of details, I went in with a brand new Uniball Signo pen in white, and I know that that's something that a lot of artists like to use, and I have to say, like, the first time I used it, I wasn't really impressed with it. I think maybe because I just got like a lemon, as my mom used to say. I got the lemon pen, the one that doesn't work, and I really like how boldly it put down lines. The only thing I don't like about it is like the line that it puts down is very thick. There's not really that much opportunity for line variation or thin lines. And then what I just did is I put some silver in her eyelashes, so she kind of looks like a clown, but it's interesting. I like it. And then I went in to recover some of the details that I lost by doing the watercolor in the eyelashes just with a Pigma Micron. That's what I used a lot lately. And I gave her a bullnose ring because those seem to be super in right now. And now I did some lettering, and this time I actually penciled it, and I think it turned out really good. Like, I did mess up in a couple areas, but in general I'm super happy with the way it came out. I know that some people have a better hand at doing this kind of stuff, and it's just something I need to practice. It's definitely something I want to do, but I don't know if I want to dedicate the last few days of the 30-day challenge to it. So yeah, that was really fun. I think it was a little something. I really love combining words with art. That's very much associated with my style if I have one. So yeah, oui. So as you can see, now we are pulling up the tape. Again, please remember to pull the tape in a diagonal direction. If you do not want to rip up the tape, when I do it this way, I don't have to worry about destroying the paper underneath. I found that it works really well, and that was the entire process for today. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'd love to answer them. If you have any idea for the theme, again, please let me know. I would love to work on something that you all suggest. And thank you for joining me today. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. This has been a really fun process so far, and I will see you here tomorrow, and I am so excited. I can't wait. Who knows what we're gonna do? Yay! Bye!